Hey, hello, and a very warm welcome to everyone tuning in today's session. I'm Spandan Godke, and I'll be your host for day two of Full Stack Alchemy Design, Code, and Deploy. Brought to you by GDC GSCOI. It's awesome to see so many curious minds and passionate learners joining in again today, whether you're watching live or catching in the replay. Thank you for being a part of this journey. Let's take a quick look back at what we have covered on day one. We kicked things off by laying down the fundamentals of web development, understanding how the web works from grounded up. We then moved into the world of GitHub, exploring how you guys can get your hands on your GitHub Copilot with your student IDs. And all in all, it was a fantastic start to our full stack journey. Today, on day two, we are dividing into the one of the most exciting part of this full stack development, the front end. We'll be exploring modern front end practices, everything from frameworks and responsive designs to component based development and UI. If you are someone who wants to build a beautiful there is a tech enthusiast Microsoft Learn student ambassador from Matoshik College of Engineering, specializes in React, Flutter, and cloud platforms like Azure and Google Cloud. We are thrilled to have him share his knowledge with us. So let's hand it over to Ved and jump right into it.
Uh, Thank you, Spandan, for your wonderful introduction about me. So, hey everyone. Today's session we will be covering the GitHub Copilot for web development. So today I'm going to show you how we can use GitHub Copilot to build a modern e-commerce website using HTML and CSS. We will be going to keep it very pretty simple and easy to understand. Even though we are not using JavaScript or frameworks like React, Copilot can help us save a lot of time by helping generate layout code, styling, and even responsive design. So first of all, let's understand what is GitHub Copilot. So I guess in yesterday's session we got pretty much covered about what is GitHub Copilot and how you can not GitHub Copilot, but how you can create your student account. So we will understand today what is GitHub Copilot. In short, the GitHub Copilot is an AI pair programmer developed by GitHub and OpenAI. It works directly inside your code editor like VS Code or any other IDE you are using, and it auto completes it and it is way smarter way to generate the code. All you need to do is write meaningful comment and or even just start typing the structure, and Copilot predicts what you are likely to need. Like suppose you have created a small section of chunk of code and you want to auto complete it, then GitHub goes through multiple set of repositories and also makes use of OpenAI to complete the code and make by using that OpenAI and repositories. GitHub Copilot is not only for the code completion, but there is a chat function as well, which we'll be seeing ahead in the session. The chat function allows you to generate a small amount of template or any particular component into your web page. So let's get an overview of how we are going to create today's website and what will be it covering. So today we will be creating a e-commerce website, which will consist of three major pages. That is home page, cart page, and checkout page. So we will be creating these pages. Uh, my screen is being shared. Okay, so screen is being shared now. So new chat. So let's first get a rough structure or at least boilerplate of particular HTML file. So should we create a home.html, not HTML, and where should we save it? Yes, in desktop event all files, create file. Okay, here we have the home.html. Let's use the boilerplate. So this is our home page. It consists of doc type HTML. It's a standard formatting for the HTML web applications or web page. Basically, here we can see HTML language English that we will be using. There is a head section and then there is body section, and then we're closing HTML tag. The head section basically consists of meta tags and various links that we'll be using. Like say, suppose if we are using Bootstrap or any other library like Tailwind CSS, then that needed to be specified over here. And meta it also provides a viewport of like what will be our default size of the web page, etc. And here comes our title of the document, which we will be creating like e-commerce. And let's give us basic heading to this particular web application, h1. Let's give it e-commerce. Commerce. Okay, there are three M's. Sorry. Save it. So let's run this particular code and let's see how it looks on the web page. Okay, this is how the code looks. And in the head section, basically where we wrote this title. Okay, sorry. It's my entire screen is not visible, na? You can only see the VS code. Wait, stop sharing. Present. Share screen. Entire screen. I knew this particular problem will occur. Okay, so is my entire screen being visible? Okay, okay. Just notify in the comments. So we will run this particular code that we generated right now. Go live. Okay, so this is how the web application is looking. This e-commerce title in the heading comes from here that we wrote over here. That is e-commerce. And the heading title of e-commerce, that is H1, that goes over here. Okay, so now we will be using the first component. Now we will be creating our first component for that is navbar. So we will tell Copilot create a navbar for my commerce application and consist of 3 pages. Like as we decided, the page we will be covering 3 major pages. That is home page. Then the next will be our cart page, where we will add in home page we will see basically all the items available on the e-commerce website. In cart page, basically we will add those items to the cart. And the next we will be our checkout page, like if I want to buy that particular particular item. Okay, so I will enter this. When you will be adding the Copilot to your VS Code, it will provide you multiple set of options, like whichever type of model you want to use, like Claude 3.5 Sonnet, Claude 3.7 Sonnet, or Claude 3.7 Sonnet Thinking. Like recently, the thinking feature is added to all the AI models. Here we have Gemini 2.0 Flash as well, GPT 4o, O1 Preview, O3 Mini, etc. Means you can use any of this model for based on your coding requirement. But as per my experience, I would suggest the students to go with the Claude 3.7. Like Claude is really good at generating the code templates or particular code components based on its training. Means I can say it is expert in the coding, and ChatGPT is a general expert. Okay, so this application will be created. So it generated me this particular code block. Yeah, look here. Like as I did not give proper prompt to the Copilot, it generated a mixed of the CSS and HTML. I don't want it like that. I can correct it by regenerating the prompt. I will suggest it to maintain separate files, maintain separate files for CSS and HTML. Now it has separated the CSS and it has added it to a link, and this is the CSS file. Okay, so we will use this particular code. We can directly copy entirely it from here and paste it over here. Try to maintain the structure overall web page. Then make a new file for CSS. Yes. Let's keep it home.css. CSS. Enter. Okay. So where is the CSS section? Copy, paste, save. So let's go through what basic things we have done within the code. So here we can see, as we discussed earlier, the head section is as it is, how it was. Here we need to modify the linking to the CSS. We are using the home.css file, so then only it will link to it. And if you are creating in VS Code and you don't know like how, whether the CSS is linked, just press on control and hover over it and click on it. If you are getting redirected to your CSS, then it is successfully linked. If not, then make sure you link it properly or specify it in the same folder. Now if you go here, home.html is there but cart.html is not there, then it will throw me an error if it is not linked properly. Then I would suggest you to follow this particular method if to check whether it is linked or not. Okay, so let's add the CSS. Okay, we have added already. Okay, so let's run this particular code. Go live. So we have created a home cart checkout, but it's not like how I wanted it. So let's tell the copilot to make certain changes to it. I want the logo also added to the navbar. Let's see what response does it give. Okay, this is the response it generated. Paste. Okay, so this is the response. Home.css. Okay, save. Let's go to the web page. Go live. Okay, so here we can add the logo, but still it is not in the proper state. So what we can do is go to the CSS and navbar, adding text align center. Don't not text align center. Okay, anchor link can be at text align center, margin, padding, flex, none. Okay, so basically we will discuss over some properties of over here, like what are the properties that CSS has used, like background color. For background color, this is the background color it is used for the logo. Then the overflow hidden, basically if the items go overflow, then they particularly end up hiding. Then margin bottom, here we are giving a bottom margin that is 20 pixel for the navbar. Then navbar UL. So this is type of child CSS, basically parent child CSS, that is navbar, and it's in that UL, means unordered list. Basically in the navbar, whatever unordered list is there, that particular style will be provided to that particular item only. So all the unordered list, this particular style is provided, like for margin 0, padding 0, display flex, list style type, etc. The navbar list similarly follows in the entire pattern. So how can we correct this? Wait, we will suggest it modify the CSS properly. Let's see if it does it is simpler prompt. Like we can go with the simpler prompt, but if it doesn't do their work, then we need to do some proper complex prompts in order for it to work. Okay, let's give it, apply it. Using Copilot, the coding becomes very simpler, like as per my experience. Okay, this is what it has done. The padding is getting wrong somewhere. Height and padding. Let's remove that. Save. Refresh. No, it hasn't affected anything. Padding. We have become navbar container. We are giving extra padding. Margin bottom. Remove this. Save. Refresh. No, it isn't affected. Then margin bottom. No. Refresh. I guess we're doing something wrong. Here. We should remove this because it is generating some extra content over here. Okay, now it is solved. Okay. So this particular navbar is generated. Let's see what logo can we use. Friends, I would like to suggest you a website which is very helpful when you need some extra logos or any type of content. So the website I will be suggesting you. Let me close my other tabs. Is like awesome icons. We can basically download icons from there. There is also a few other options for it. If you are not able to download the icons from over here, then suppose for e-commerce website, let's create a icon like this particular. Wait a second, let it load. Okay, so I wanted that bus type of icon. Let's search it. Bus. No. Which one will be suitable? Let's go with this one. Okay. I guess we need to link it, I guess. Okay, linking can be quite a long process, and I don't think we have that much time for the session. I get it will be overextended. I will show you an alternate approach. Feather Icons is another website which you can go through. Like here, you can directly download a particular icon in its SVG format. Let's go with this particular icon. You can change its size from over here. Like this is what is the size we want, stroke, how broad do we want or how thin do we want, and the color, let's go with the color blue. Or if you want any other color, we can go with blue. Okay, blue is getting too much. Okay, let it be blue. So where do we want to download it? So I have created a particular folder where I'm creating this particular application. I would like to create a new folder over there. Then I will call this particular folder is assets. In this assets, we will download this particular icon in its SVG format. Yes, it has been downloaded. So let's link this particular icon into our web application. So we are calling this particular logo over here, and we do not have any logo for it, hence it is generating an empty for it, error for it. So let's replace it and call it dot slash you can help it navigate into your folder. So we have created in assets in aperture.svg. Save. So let's see if the icon has been updated onto the web page or not. Yes, the icon has been updated. Let's reduce its padding. It is extra padding is getting added to it. uh, Logo image padding, remove, and height. Let's keep it auto. Save. No, it's taking extra height. Save. Save. You can see this particular code that is I have not written, but Copilot is trying to suggest me that you can go with height 50 pixel, margin right 10 pixel, like that. Let's go with what I have done and save the code. And how the web page looks, nothing has changed. I guess it is taking the margin by default over of it. Okay, so let's see what ChatGPT has to say. Add height 50 pixel and margin right 10 pixel. Okay, save. It still keeps on suggesting me whether I want to add a border radius or etc. Let's see what has changed. I don't see majority of the changes. Spaces between the logo and the text. Okay, it also provides with a comment like what it has provided or what it is changing and how it is affecting the web page. Like here we can see if I'm adding the height 50 pixel, it adjusts the height as we need. Suppose I want height 40 pixel, save, then the particular height will be affected. It is affecting the image height. Then if suppose I want 60 pixel, then image is getting larger. Let's go with 40 pixel. I guess it's quite okay. I guess it is in too small. 50 was okay. And margin to right, if suppose if you want to give margin to right, then save. It is shifting towards this side. Okay. I don't think we need this particular margin to right. Okay, save. Hmm. This much is our neo bar, basically default. We won't go in proper perfection because we need to build an entire page. So next we will work on the home page. Like we will try to add some cards like what are the items available. The reference of the type of file you are giving is also very much important. Or suppose here I have provided only CSS, then it does not. There is a high chance that it won't provide me the proper code. I guess it is providing, but still, whenever if you are going to give prompt, make sure that you have mentioned the right files, like add content, and here you can go that whatever files are you are considering in your prompt. Like suppose I am working on home.html and home.css, then both the files should be mentioned within the uh, uh, within the prompt. I would tell it to regenerate the response because we don't want any error. It is generating the response. Okay. Let's add it to our HTML, like what it generated. Sometimes chat copilot might end up having giving you some unwanted details like this. The details like Lenovo desktop event home.html. You can remove it. Make sure you remove it. You cannot make sure you remove it, so you don't see any errors. I guess it generated a footer as well, and it has also modified the CSS for this particular application. Okay, let's copy that as well and see how our page looks. Okay, this is looking quite beautiful, and I think so we will need to work on this particular neighbor. It doesn't look the way I want it. I guess once the entire application is ready, we will make sure that we work on that neighbor. It is looking quite good, but there are no images and the amount is in dollars. Animation is also added to it. This particular code by hand would have required quite the time to generate. The Copilot can be used efficiently to reduce the overall time to required to build the code applications. You can also optimize our development using the GitHub Copilot. So first of all, let's change the image. I would like to suggest you another web application, website for the like images, free images. One of the website is Pixels, where you can get any sort of images or stock photos for your web application. Whenever you will be going ahead, I guess most of the students over here are like first year and second year, and few of the third year. I don't think fourth year will be here, but like if there are any, I would like to tell you, you will need to add multiple images to your website, or even if you want to show any particular prototype, then this particular website can be very useful for you in the such cases. Suppose if I now what are the contexts I have added, like wireless headphones, then smartwatch, portable speaker, and wireless charger. Let's copy this and put it over here. we will get a few images of wireless headphones. No, there are no wireless headphones. Okay, let's remove the wireless, just headphones. Okay, here we are having some headphone images that we can use to demonstrate our application. Let's go with this black one. Download it to assets and rename it as headphones. Now link it to the web application. Dot slash assets aperture not home headphones. Okay, save. Okay, now here we can see it has got quite attractive. We can see wireless headphones for this particular certain price. Let's change the let's change the price. Like we can keep it for, what is the price for headphones? Let's go with 300 rupees for 999 rupees. 999. We can add. We can also ask the Copilot to do it. Like suppose I don't want to change the particular rupees or dollar symbol everywhere. So I would just suggest it to convert all the dollar based amounts to rupees. So this is just a small piece of cake, like a implementation. It can be used in large scale applications where you have to do redundantly change the code. Then at that such cases, you can tell the Copilot and it will change the code accordingly. Suppose, wait, let me do the undo. Okay, so now here it is $99. I would suggest it to like change all the dollar values to rupee. It will modify the code accordingly. Until then, we will look for other images. So what is the next image we are looking for? It is a smartwatch. So let's go for look for a smartwatch. Smartwatch. Okay, here we have smartwatch. This one looks quite good, or this one. Let's go with this one. Smartwatch. Okay, so we need to do changes into the code. Here it generated as a new value. Here we can see it converted the dollar values to rupees. That is for 8,299, for 12,045, or for rupees 6,000, etc. This can be efficiently used in the large scale code development and where redundantly we need to change the code. It reduces the time requirement and increases the optimality. So, okay, so all the values have been converted to rupees. Let's add the images quickly now. We have got the second image, and what's the third image? Speaker and wireless charger. Download those as well. Speaker. Then what we can do, like speakers. No, I don't think it has the, but it is not getting what we are asking for. Okay, let's Google it. Speakers. Images. Yes, here we have an image. Let's go with this one. Save image as not web file. Speakers dot jpg. Okay, and then what do we need next? We need wireless charger. Charger. Okay, here we have charging cable, but it is telling wireless. Let's look for wireless charger. Wireless charger. No. Copy. Let's look for it over here. Change. Paste. wireless charger. Okay, here we have a image. Let's save the image as wireless dot jpg. Okay, so let's add the image now. So second image we need to add it dot slash assets. Second image was of smartwatch. Let's go to third image. Let's add it. Third image was of assets, smartwatch, speakers. Save. And the fourth and last image was about assets, no wireless charger, no wireless charger, no wireless. So let's go to the website and see how does it look. Okay, so images also has been added to this particular application. Now we need to add a card based page. We will later on work on the section. Let's remove this, save, refresh. Okay, so let's add a card now. Okay, so we will give the prompt like help me add a card page along with its css and try to maintain consistent code. This is necessary to tell the add into the prompt like we need a consistent code. Like I don't want the particular web page single page is looking from different context and the other page is looking from a different context, etc. So try to mention or tell the prompt accordingly. So let's create a new file. Until then, this will be our cart.html. Save and add a cart.css. Let's remove that. Save. Okay, let's see what code it has generated. Add it to HTML. Paste. Save. Then make sure the web application is getting linked. Like in the home section, we were calling the cars.html. So whether it is getting linked here, yes, it is getting redirected. Earlier, which was not getting redirected. So this is a very vital point. Next, try to remove this particular section. Save. Then we need to add this particular CSS to make it working. Save. And link it. Okay, it is linked successfully. Okay, home.html is working, cart.html is working. Save. So let's run this particular code. We will also have to make certain changes in the other code as well in the home, because we want whenever we click on the add to cart, we want to get redirected to other page. Shopping cart. Here we can see we have created a shopping cart where we were adding the items and removing the items. So as the JavaScript is not added yet, so it is not in the working condition. But whenever the JavaScript or backend will be added, we will be creating this add to cart feature, and here a value will be shown like how many items are added to the cart, then wireless headphones, portable speakers, etc. This is now our cart section. Okay, and we will be needing to create a proceed to checkout section. So it got very much created very easily. Like we did not need to do too much, or we did not need to do any changes at all in this particular section. Though we will try to make it little bit attractive and add more features to it. Okay, so our next page is checkout page. Help me create a checkout checkout page, and try to mention the necessary references to it. Like I will be using this particular card.html as well. Then what I will be using, add content, home.css, and json card.css. Okay, help me create a checkout page. So here it has generated a code. I will create a consistent checkout page that matches your existing home. So this is our checkout page. It has given certain values. You might end up certain times copying the code when it is half generated. Make sure the new prompt is available. Like we can proceed whenever the square turns into play button. The code is still being generated, so do not copy it at that time, because partial code might end up copying and you might not be able to discover the error or where you are going wrong. So keep that in mind. It is still generating the code. It stopped generating the code. Okay, now let's copy this code. Generate a new file. Control Shift S. What we will call this file? Checkout page. Checkout.html. And paste this particular code over here. Save. We will also add one one more file. New file. We will call it checkout.css. Checkout.css. Okay, so our CSS has been also added to that particular checkout.html. Let's see if the CSS is connected or not. Checkout.css. Okay, it is connected. So let's look at our modified page. Proceed to checkout. I guess we will need to add the linking down over here, so we can go to checkout link directly. So this is a checkout page where we can. It has created a simple form like shipping information, first name, last name, email, phone, address, city, state, pin code, country, etc. Means basically whatever the necessary details required for taking or buying particular application. It has generated a proper bill for it. Place order and go back to cart. Okay, this is working. The linking has been done over here. If we click on the back to cart, then we will get redirected to the cart. I guess it has added JavaScript. The on-click feature does not get automatic. Okay, on-click feature. It doesn't add on-click. It just provided a button and referencing it to previous cart HTML. It can be also done in JavaScript by adding the on-click feature. We are clicking on it and it is performing a function or calling a function where it can get redirected to a different page. We can do it then, similarly over here. Like suppose let's copy this, copy, and where is the cart.html, and we can look for this particular section like proceed to checkout. Sometimes there are some larger codes and it's difficult to find. Then we can go with Control F and look for proceed proceed to checkout. Here we can see proceed to checkout. Then here we can paste that particular link, or rather than pasting it, just change the href. So here we will call checkout.html. Okay, save. So whenever we click on proceed to checkout, I guess we should go to checkout page, but why are we not? Href. Okay, continue shopping. Okay, we press the link at wrong. Home.html, and for button where do we have to do? Checkout.html. Okay, it works that way. Place order. For this place order, we will need to create an HTML JavaScript function. Then only it will work. We can go to back to cart function or continue shopping function, which will redirect us to home page. So this much website is generated just in few minutes. Like we do not require any sort of amount of time. First now let me explain you the small amount of code, like what code is being generated over here. Like for cart it generated, uh, if as you are a first year and second year, do not get afraid by as it generated so much code. Just tell it to particularly explain me this section. Suppose I am in this section, checkout page, and I wanted to explain me what I have done here and which tag is used for which section. Suppose section tag is there, then I would tell the copilot to explain me. I am new to coding. Explain me this tag. Explain me section tag. Then we can make use of copilot and it will properly guide like what is section tag and why it is used, what are its class. So you can interact with the copilot as a friend and it will properly guide you, like whatever that particular container, whatever that particular item or tag is meant by. Understanding the section tag in HTML. The section tag is an important HTML5 semantic element that helps us to organize a web page content in a meaningful way. So it has given the meaning of what section tag is and how you can implement it, why do we need it, when to use section tag, etc. Details are provided. So I would suggest to make you full utilization of a GitHub Copilot to generate your code. So that's it. I would like to provide this platform back to Spandan. Spandan, are you there?
Yes, that was a phenomenal session. A huge thank you to Ved Masan for bringing us that insightful and practical look into the front end. Well, if you guys have any doubts, you can drop it into the live chat. There is a doubt. Can Copilot make a complete website for me?
Yes, Copilot can make a complete website. Means it can be very helpful in making the entire website efficiently. Not only. Can you repeat the doubt again? Like I did not heard it properly. There's voice break.
Can Copilot make a complete website for me?
Yes, it can make a complete website for you, but I don't think that Copilot is capable of making the entire website with a single prompt. So I would suggest you to make the website in the form of chunks, like small sections or small components. So it can be more optimized. Website can be more effectively be made.
Another question is that can it replace front end engineers?
That's definitely going to happen. Like majority of the front end engineers are going to end up getting replaced in mainly by in next 1 to 2 years. The anyone with no coding knowledge also create a very effective and working front end. So I would suggest you to like try to stay update with the technology, make highest amount of use of like AI and other technologies to stay updated.
Talking about Copilot, does it work offline?
I don't think the Copilot works offline. Yes, we would have tested, but I would end up getting exited of the session. But Copilot does not work properly offline. It doesn't work at all offline. I would suggest if you want to use it offline, there are multiple models which you can install onto your system, like locally onto models which will run locally on your system if your system is working well enough, like GPU and etc.
Okay, that is another interesting topic. Can we connect databases to our application using Copilot?
It won't directly connect your application to your databases to your application. It will guide you and suggest you appropriate steps. But if the raw product is not properly made, then sometimes it may occur you go through few errors. Then that particular errors can also be found by Copilot. But in short, your answer is like you can connect it if proper prompts are given.
Do I need to know coding to use GitHub Copilot? Because sometimes the code we generate by AI gives me error.
You can means you do not need to know any type of coding in order to use Copilot or generate a coding any particular coding website. Like I said earlier, like front end development will be almost dead, as any person with no coding knowledge also can uh, create a website very easily. So you do not need any coding knowledge. But if you sometime without knowledge of coding, if you encounter an error, you can also give that particular error to Copilot, and Copilot will effectively identify the error and help you diagnose it and solve it.
Okay. Well, I think that was it. No more doubts. Okay. Now that we have a clear highway, big thanks to everyone in the audience as well. Your engagement, your questions, and your presence means a lot. Please make sure to scan this QR code for your attendance and feedback. It is mandatory for us to able to provide you certifications. And also, there's a special surprise waiting for those who mark their attendance and make a really cool real world based project. And we like it. So don't miss out for the goodies that are waiting for you. Here is our connection tree. Make sure to stay connected for such informative updates. Looking ahead, day 3 is all about backend. We'll be exploring how to build robust and scalable backend systems that power real world apps. And so, if you want to complete your full stack journey, don't miss it. With that, we wrap up our day 2 of Full Stack Alchemy. Thank you once again to our amazing speakers, the dedicated GDGC GSCOE team, and of course, you, our wonderful audience. Keep building, keep exploring. This is Pandan Code K signing off.